Now, let's say an investor that wants to rent the property either long-term or short-term through many of the vacation rental platforms available out there. Let's talk about ISR or income tax.
Yeah.
Can you explain the different rates, different options, whether you buy with a trust or corporation, recommendations?
Another very important frequent cases here is I got my department and I want to rent it. What I need to do? Okay, I try to be clear in a few words. You can have the revenues like individuals if you have a trust, or if you have more than one, or whatever you have a company, it's the same. Frequently here, now all is internet, and maybe the most famous platform is Airbnb. Just an example. It's not because it's the only one. Just as an example. Now Mexico have another regulations about that incomes. How this works, the platforms make the calculate. And maybe the difference is they will ask you about your tax ID. If you put an American, the platform will know that you are from here, for resident from Mexico. You're a taxpayer in Mexico because they know it for the numbers, And if I am resident or Mexican, you need to put if you are individual or company. Can be both.
One or the other,
Yeah. But the calculation will be different. In my first example, I'm not taxpayer in Mexico, but I have my apartment in Mexico. Is a withhold. They will withhold the averages of 20% for the revenue, for the income. If I made 500 each month, the platform withhold 20%, it's 100.
approximately.
And give you your balance. I make a stop here. If you are a taxpayer in US, we have an agreement. You can reduce in your taxes in US. That's totally legal. It's not definitely. You can do it. Obviously, it's a payment. Obviously, it's your cash flow. We have a negative. We negative numbers, but works like that.
Okay.
If I'm resident, because I am a taxpayer in Mexico or have a company, like individuals, the platform withhold too. Is around, it's not 20, but the average maybe can be 15.
Yeah, it can go, and it's a progressive type of thing.
But average.
But average like 10, 15.
For BAT and another 3, 4, 5. It's around 50, 40
15,
points.
14.
The platform we hold to and work in this way. If your incomes are 300,000 pesos, is around $50,000, right?
300,000 pesos.
300,000 pesos.
1,500 pesos.
The withhold that the platform did will be definitely will done there. This is the limit. But if your incomes are more, this payment will be just a prepayment. You calculate and you can subtract. That's the platform.
If your revenue or if your income with Airbnb is more than 300,000 pesos, Mexican pesos,
$15,000.
around $50,000, you need to also hire an accountant because here in Mexico, you need an accountant in order to do your taxes and stuff. So you will need to do the taxes outside of the Airbnb. So if it's less than that money, then what Airbnb withholds or withdraws from your money, that's going to be your definite tax payment.
Okay.
And if it's more than that, you need to also do a tax declaration and you need to do all of your taxes. So also like hire someone who would help you with that. If it's an individual person.
Right. Okay.
And if you're a company, my third option,
Your third option.
the money will be directed to your company, no withholds, and you make all the calculate like another revenues for the company.
Okay.
Will be another. Entonces, you need
These
to
are
be
the-
smart and you need to have a good plan, because it's not just put my name or put my text number in the platform. My advice, we need to think very well what is or which is our best option.
Right. Some investors hire property managers to manage the properties. So we could also talk about them on a case-by-case basis, because every property manager has its own options for their clients. But yeah, we could definitely talk more on a specific case-by-case basis.
Yeah,
on that.
mira, Sebastian, like we said, all this nice conversation, every case is individual.
Right.
We try to be general, but it's important always a good guided all this. Mexico is repeat friendly.
Yeah.
You can have a very good business.
Yes.
Really, you can do it. But it's not a party. We have now new regulations. The governor they want his part about taxes, but for sure, and I want to be clear, you can make a very good business here.
Okay. So that would be the income tax if you do short-term rentals, right? What if
Yeah.
you do a long-term rental? What would be the difference?
Really, it's not big difference. When you have money, don't matter it's 100 in the first day or in 10 years. The taxable or the tax payment will be by your cash flow.
Okay.
Today I have. Maybe, just I want an example, how I can put more far away the tax times is when I build something, I buy this land, and I build this. I have a lot inversed. The procedure will be, okay, if you have like a loss, you recover that money, and later you pay tax.
Okay.
I put my example in numbers. I love to do that.
It's great because it really puts you in a picture.
I have my company, Roberto, I buy my land, and I invest $1 million. All my invest is $2 million, okay? And I sell 500,000 or whatever, but I can reduce your base because you have an invest here.
Investment.
An
Yeah.
investment.
So we can avoid, and just it's time for put more the taxes away, and it's legal. It's totally legal.
Right.
The law says okay because you make a big
Investment.
here, and they try to invite it to keep going in that investment because you have a more business, you put more money here, and your tax for the procedure will be more time.
Okay.
It's legally, we can have a very good plan. Maybe this example apply for a development, but it's important to understand that we can try to put the taxes in long time.